This is episode 29, and you are on approach.
63, climb maintain 13 down.
13,000, Tempo 63.
463, contact the New York Center, 128.3.
28-3, Tempo 63, good day.
Hello, Captain.
On Approach is a weekly flight sim and aviation enthusiast podcast covering the week's top user-submitted stories and news on the SkyLounge.tv. Welcome to another episode, everyone. Welcome. Our hosts over here on my left, we got Mr. Spark Smudge.
Hello,
Sparky.
Miss.
Hello.
How you doing, guys?
Where did the Hello Miss thing come from? Is it from a
Monty
movie?
Python. Monty Python. The parrot sketch.
Python.
He goes in and he says, "Hello, Miss," and the cashier or whatever, the guy behind the counter says, "Excuse me." He says, "Oh, I'm sorry, I have a cold."
Nice. all I remember of Monty Python is the horses.
Live O'Brien.
Yeah. So good. Top center, we've got Mr. Biarzed, aka Live Sparks, aka Tom Cruise. What's up?
Hi, Felicia.
Mr. Kevin? Did you get any dates from last episode to this episode?
No, sadly, no.
No dates. Okay, ladies, if you're interested, Tom Cruise is single. Get on it. Leave a comment down below, okay?
I'm single as well.
He's single as well. Over here on my right, we got Mr. P3 Ron. Hello, sir. Mr. P3 Ron checking in from Norway.
Alice.
Viking. Alice. Are you have your windows closed today? So no seagulls because it's been
I don't think we will have any problems, but you never know.
He grilled them, dude. He grilled them. He put them on the grill. He's like, I don't think we'll have any problems.
Told you, shotgun.
They are still here.
Okay, damn pigeons.
I don't believe you, bro. I don't believe
Who
you.
knows? Who knows?
Do you remember what he said in that episode? He goes, I'll take care of it. Yeah, dude. Yes. And this time he says, I don't think there's going to be a problem. And last but definitely not least, way up there, Mr. B. Crawley 57. Hello, Mr. Brian.
Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon.
So, have we figured out what is on your shirt?
Per knows, I certainly don't. What was it, Per?
Kind of looks like a Thunderbolt, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I would say a Thunderbolt over a P-51, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
that's for
P-51
sure.
has the more kind of
No,
elongated cockpit.
P-51's got that bubble belly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got
I would
that.
say a Thunderbolt. Oh my god! Oh, that was amazing. On that note, let's go to the news. Think you know London? Prerealsoft HD Cities London Autogen FSX P3D. This one's submitted by Mr. Spark Smudge. What do we have here, Sparky?
Yeah, I come across this one kind of by accident. I was just looking through the stores and seeing what was new, and this was released yesterday or the day before. When was it? Yesterday, Saturday. I caught it on release day, and I saw it, and I just went, "What? There's every house." This is London City extreme, man. I mean, it's seriously. I mean, the Autogen has just gone crazy. I know we're 64-bit now, but look at that shot.
So it says London is the
Crazy.
capital and most populous city of England and the UK, standing on the River Thames in the southeast of the island. What is it?
Thames.
Sorry, I apologize. The River Thames. I love that we're like the United Nations here. We can always correct each other on something. Standing by the River Thames in the southeast island of Great Britain, London has been a major settlement for 2 millennia. So when you say London City, so I've been to London and I went to like Piccadilly Circle and like all these areas and stuff like that's downtown London, right? That's not London City, right?
London City is a square mile.
Okay.
That's the city of London. There's two cities in London. You've got the city of London, which is kind of like that financial district, if you wish, and then you've got the city of Westminster, which is where you got the Houses of Parliament and stuff like that. And then you've got Greater London, which is the whole.
What we're seeing here, this is the city of London?
No, City of London is those buildings at the back. If
At
you
the
look
back. That's back there.
back,
Okay,
that's
gotcha.
the City of London. Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Gotcha. And that's where that airport is with the crazy
Yes.
approach.
London City. Yeah.
London City. Okay. This looks pretty wicked, man. And are these all? It looks like it's all custom autogen, right? So this is
all
this
custom
is
autogen.
appropriate for the area.
Mm-hmm. And it does actually say, a photo rear. There's it features. It's only featuring houses and trees, but the building textures are obviously objects, landmarks, bridges, placed in their real locations, optimized for better frame rate. So everything's in its proper location as well.
I'm wondering if this is sort of a script that he made to plays the autogen, or if it was genuinely plays by hand, which I don't think it is, because it's just absolutely massive of a scale to reproduce. But
yeah, so you're saying something like what the folks in X-Plane do with their ortho, where it like places objects down on the ortho based on the type, like automatically.
Yeah, well, based on the contrast and the or just you draw a line and then it puts scenery all over that place, because it seems it's very linear. So I think that could be an option.
But it kind of looks right. It does look right, because if you look at like, I know what you're saying, but it actually does look right for London.
Yeah, they're not like perfect lines either. There are some variants. This is crazy, dude. So
that is scarily good.
In V3, there's no way in hell I could have rendered this much autogen with like Heathrow around and downtown London. Like it didn't work, man, and we had to turn it down all the way. In V4,
I'm just wondering,
I have done a test, but it's I'm scared to run still even this much in V4 in London.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. I mean, and they do say it's been well optimized and stuff, but you look at that and you just think, how was it going to run?
Yeah,
that a slideshow, wasn't it?
Yeah, But do you know what? I might just pick it up just to test it.
There we go, the guinea pig.
Have you got to have a layer under it? You got to buy photoreal stuff, or you got a photoreal under it or something?
It sits on photoreal.
Yeah.
They provide the photoreal.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I mean that's nice sights, man.
That's London City there, the airport.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering how UK 2000s would sit on this.
Is the arrival from this side as well? Through these buildings?
Yes.
Damn.
Yeah, you see there at the bottom left-hand corner, that's the City of London. That's Canary Wharf.
Okay.
That's Canary Wharf, and the planes do go alongside that when they're coming to land.
So that I'm looking forward to that scenery becoming V4 ready, because I know UK 2000 makes it as well as Biarzed, I think. But from those two, I think the UK 2000 is the one to get. Yeah.
Yeah.
Big Ben.
The Westminster Bridge.
Westminster Bridge here. And then, what is this? This is not the London. This is not the Eye. The Eye is...
That's the London. That's the Eye.
No, that's the Eye.
So
there's a McDonald's in that building just to the right of the bridge.
That building there next to it, is the the art gallery, Tate Modern.
Oh, okay.
I used to work about 200 yards to the left of Westminster there. It'd be interesting to see if that's modelled.
Yeah, this is whoa. Yeah, that's all custom autogen. But see, for example, like these homes, these are obviously on a city street side. These homes, but here they're
no.
placed
If
like
you
in
look, that's gardens at the back. They're gardens at the back. Look,
okay.
you can tell.
Okay.
Tennis
So
courts.
the street would be on the other side.
So even trees, because I don't see trees anywhere here. Not a single damn tree.
There's trees in the background there.
But it looks like where? Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
The only comment I have on this is I would have liked to see the trees' colors match the satellite images. The satellite images to be more saturated and more contrasty, because now the blacks are gray and the greens gray.
Agreed. There's no black in the photoreal. There's literally no black in the photoreal. It's light gray.
It doesn't mix in with the autogen very well.
Because this is black, right? The windows on this are black.
That looks like Bing imagery.
It does.
Oh yeah?
Yes.
I wonder if they're gonna have a problem then, because they've been cracking down on stuff like this, yeah?
Yeah, and at that resolution with that much scale, that would have been expensive.
To buy,
Very
to buy the satellite imagery.
Yeah,
I mean, this shadow right here on the lower right, this shadow, like it looks like it's under a bridge or something. This should have been black, but it's not black.
It should. Yeah.
Yeah, but you're nitpicking now. It still looks awesome.
Yeah. For what price?
This is nice. Yeah. So okay, let's do it. Let's look at price. $20.
19.
$20 club. So that's legit.
Super. Yeah.
That makes me wonder how they pulled out all that autogen, if they use some kind of algorithm for OSM data.
Yeah, that's what Kevin was saying. That's what it was. It was OSM data is what it's called. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not their first product though.
Yeah, it's not their first rodeo.
This is the top on the list.
No, it's not. Dravitsky is.
Dravitsky. Yes. All right.
But let's see what happens when we click it in. Oh, now it's Toga. I guess it changed.
Oh, there it is. Number 3. Number 3.
Number 3. There it is. It's on the list. Hey! Sim market. So, wow, they've done a lot, dude. Look at this Barcelona.
All satellite images too. Well, some market they do require some licenses now. Proof of.
You see, that doesn't look as good. Obviously, one of their older products.
What do you mean it doesn't look that good?
13 euros.
Doesn't look as good as the London scenery. But I'm just saying, it's they probably just one of their older products.
Grass environment.
Earth environment.
Where?
Top left.
Top left.
Down.
Ah.
Earth environment.
Oh no, that's not
The other one.
No, that looks like Fly Tempa V1's tree textures. The grass looks good though.
Grass looks good.
I've seen that grass before. Yeah.
Yeah,
that looks like the Dravitsky grass. It looks like the Dravitsky grass.
No, it's a freeware texture that's been roaming around for a long time. This one too.
That grass looks good.
That grass, yeah. You can get it for free though.
Yeah.
That's the trick. Yeah, it's on AvSim.
That's good looking grass.
I believe Rex also released something like this for free.
Yeah, probably. That's 4K grass, and if you don't change it from your sim folder, it's a very crappy texture in the sim folder. That looks so much better. So much better. It changes everything.
But the thing is, this doesn't do seasons. It doesn't do seasons either, right? Like you actually have to change it to put it in a winter one and put it in.
Yeah, because you have grassy snow.
Interesting. Well, cool. It's not their first rodeo, and it's $20. That's not too bad.
Huh. I make this shit for free. Yeah, takes me 10 minutes. Yes, that's the truth. But that's for X-Plane though, yeah.
Yeah, here comes the X-Plane cam.
JD A320 PW1000G is finally out. This story by Mr. P3 Ron. He says, Halaise! Blue Sky Star Simulations released the A320 1000G sound pack. This is by Blue Sky Star. I always get that mixed up.
So it's basically a sound pack.
That does sound really, really good. Wow.
Yeah, I think the passenger sounds was a separate package. I think Redson. I think that was part of the plane itself.
This is it's a add-on package for the base package, and the passengers, you will only hear the passengers when you have your camera at the passengers compartment.
Wait, what? So the passenger audio is actually a part of the package too?
Yeah, but you need a base package, and then you can buy separate engine packages. It comes with one engine variant, but then you can buy other engine variants, though.
So it was.
It's very good.
It was about damn time we had an audio
application
pack like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, for X-Plane, because the sounds in X-Plane used to be so terrible. That sounds legit, even though the sound of the name of the package sounds like a computer you would buy at Best Buy. You know, it's JD A320 PW1000G.
Pratt & Whitney 1000G.
So you have the full package that you need to buy first at $20, which is great. And this gives you that control that you say. So like you'll have kind of your inside sounds, your outside sounds.
Yeah. All the buttons and all the switches, all the
Peek at
stuff.
that package. All switches, selectors, knobs, buttons, avionic sounds,
yes.
blower sounds, battery sounds, AC, DC, wipers, vent air, gasper sounds, throttle levels. Oh my god.
AC/DC.
Cockpit oral sounds, hydraulics, oxygen flow test sound, toilet flush sound,
Oh, yes.
fuselage singing sound when flying fast, custom wind sounds, flap sounds, self-test, doors, passenger boarding, external sounds, cargo doors, spoiler sound, and much more. This is insane.
I gotta get this because it plays Highway to Hell as you're taxiing.
Yes, ACDC. You might be familiar with this company, Blue Sky Star Simulation.
Yes, they make stuff for,
yes.
for us. As
They
well.
have made a sound pack for the Aerosoft Airbus in the past. But I must say, the sound packs for X-Plane is better. They just contain much more.
It seems like it is. Is it using Fmod or is it using the old sound?
I don't think it's using Fmod. They use their own. It's coded directly into the planes with data refs and all kinds of stuff. It's very advanced and it's very good as well. It's
for the
on the
price.
top
It's
shelf.
pretty incredible. Yeah.
Yeah, so you have the base package at 20, and then you need to buy this package at 10, which gives you that engine, or you can do the other engine at 10. Like, that's amazing.
Insane.
Dang.
Beautiful. Yes.
Dang.
And this is for the A320. They do also make sound packs for the A330, the CRJ200. I don't know if they make anymore.
Something
Gosh.
Edson's never gonna hear because he's never gonna move to X-Plane.
The day we'll have a better A320 for X-Plane, I'll jump on board.
Oh, man.
I'll try it at least
insane.
with the sound packs. I'll start dropping money on it.
Air Canada SFO Incident animation with tower audio. This is going to be an interesting one. So more information has started to come out about that incident at SFO with the Air Canada flight. They have started to take... Yeah, they have started to take more data and cross-reference it with times and stuff like that, timestamps. Basically, what ended up happening was this guy was lined up on a taxiway as opposed to the runway. At SFO, there are the parallels in, and then you have like one taxiway on the left side and one taxiway on the right side. He was lined up on the taxiway on the right. And yeah, well, let's watch the video.
And Tower, just want to confirm this Air Canada 759. We see some lights on the runway there. Across the runway, can you confirm the clear to land?
Air Canada 759, confirm clear to land runway 28 right. There is no one on 28 right, flight view.
Okay, Air Canada 759.
Where's this guy going? He's on the taxiway. Air Canada, go around.
In the go around, Air Canada 759.
Canada 759, looks like you were lined up for Charlie there. Flight heading 280, climb maintain 3000. 59 and 1, Air Canada flew directly over us. Yeah, I saw that guy.
So that's the taxiway on the right, yeah?
Yeah, this was it right here. Actually,
Now,
hold on. No, this is the side approach. Wait, no, this is correct.
No, that looks like left.
Yeah, this
and right.
is correct. This is correct. Yeah,
That's
the
28 right
Yep,
and
yep.
28 left.
Yep, 28 right and left. Yeah.
So how can
He
you
was lined up
not
here.
differentiate? Yeah, how can you not differentiate the taxiway from the two runways?
That's quite a distance too. I mean, you know, your wings are extending, you know, about to there, so you're quite a ways over. I mean, you're way off.
Yeah,
clearly
you're way
way
off.
off. And like Kevin said, there's 2 guys in the plane. How could that not have been highlighted?
I mean, you can land at the wrong airport. You can pull a Harrison Ford
In a small plane at a larger airport,
but this, it's just it doesn't make sense. It's just
No, it
doesn't make
doesn't.
sense.
Something key shit here is missing. There is
I
something
want to see the
missing in
Mayday
the picture.
episode on that one. Hold on, look at the thumbnail.
Yes.
Is that the Abacus 787?
No.
Is it?
It might be. That's not real.
Because it looks like shit, even from the.
It's like a 787 Meta Concorde. Look at that nose. The PMDG DC-6 is released for FSX, P3D, and V4. The DC-6 is out. $69.99 is all you need to fly this baby. Let's do it. So it's not like, I think Mr. Pear said it earlier, it's not new news, but for the P3D FSX camp, it's new news. This plane is pretty amazing. I had a nice flight with it this afternoon, and I had Aviator Moser up with me in the A2A constellation, and I thought that it was an amazing moment in time when we had a PMDG classic airplane up in the sky at the same time as an A2A classic airplane. Like, that says a lot about where we're at right now. Like, imagine if PMDG likes this and continues down that camp a bit more and does a couple more classic planes, and then you have A2A, which obviously embraces the classics. This is strong, man. Like, I have a soft spot for classic planes like this.
Yeah, you like your steam gauges, Mr. Edson.
I do love my steam gauges, man. I really do. You pair this up with South America by Orbex, get out of here, bro. I'm gonna set up shop in South America.
How does it compare to the Connie? I mean, as in speed wise, is it pretty much on par?
I think that the Connie is a bit faster. I felt like Moser actually had to hold back a bit. But I'll tell you one amazing thing that happened. It has hypoxia modeled.
Yeah.
So here I am flying this thing, climbing, 15,000 feet or so. All of a sudden, my screen starts getting dim, and I'm like, okay. Secretly in my head, like I'm live on a show, and I'm like, well, are my shaders somehow getting corrupted or failing or something? Like, what's going on? My colors are not looking right now. Like, what's? am I in a cloud? You know? Hold tight. Let's take a look. The menus! I can't pull up the menus! No! I can't pull up my engineer's gun! No! Oh, no! Oh, no! Full blackout! Oh, no! Oh, no!
There goes hypoxia. Well, it was a short flight, short delivery.
Oh, no! After a little bit of time, I was like, okay, well, I have 4-flight running. So I pulled up 4-flight and, started kind of nosing it down. And once I came down below around 14 or so, came back up. It's just
so
amazing, though.
Just goes to tell you, Mr. Edson, make sure you check your pressurization.
Yes. So immediately after that, the
oxygen.
very first thing I did was find the pressurization. And it's on the far right above the FO, and it's really nice. You just rotate one knob, whatever altitude you're gonna fly at, you rotate it, and it auto rotates the second knob, which is the cabin pressure one. So as you rotate the flight one, the cabin pressure one is already rotating and setting itself. So pretty nice setup there.
So to compare,
To compare the two,
so to compare the two versus speed, the Connie does 340 miles per hour, while the DC-6 does 310 miles per hour.
Gotcha. So I was right. So yeah, he was needing to hold back a bit then.
Yeah, so the Connie is slightly faster.
Let's pull up a clip here.
Oh, babe, come fly with me. Let's fly, let's fly.
Split in 3. You go right, I go left. 3, 2, 1, go.
Like a small bag.
And that's how we do it on the lounge. Beautiful, man. What a moment. What a moment. I needed an instant static cam for that one that stays in place but follows. Yeah. No, it was awesome experience. So comparing the two, inside, I feel like the PMDG is suffering a little bit from trying to get too real. Now, it might take some roundabout ways to really explain what I'm trying to say, but they went like it's 100% like photoreal inside. So every panel has been photographed, every dial has been photographed. But what ends up happening when you stitch all of this stuff together and throw it into like a 3-dimensional cockpit that's gonna wrap around you, you start to see the variances in like the colors, because the camera was taking pictures at different times and apertures and stuff, and like some of the textures are like purple instead of being black or even a dark gray, right? Like when the compression is too high, they just come out purple. And some of them are black and some of them are kind of gray, and put together it kind of looks like a pieced together thing, where I almost feel like had they said, you know what, look, if this was brand new, it would have been a solid gray. Let's start with nice fresh gray panels and let's wear them down. I think that would have been better than 100% photoreal wrappings for everything. Because to me, when I zoom out and I'm looking at it, I'm like, all right, well, this panel was obviously in the sun, and this panel was obviously a little bit darker, so it looks darker in my cabin, no matter what the lighting is like in sim. So I don't know. I feel like the VC inside isn't as good as the Connie. I have seen better looking yokes on like some Coronado planes and some Alabeo planes. You know, the actual yoke. But on the flip side, like for example, the fuse panel that's behind you has incredible detail, man. That smooth zoom that you have in Chase Plane now, I used that. I turned around and I just zoomed. Bro, it was like as if the text was vectorized, man. All the way into the text, and it was crisp 100%. So that's amazing. And then the back, the fuse panel, everything works. On the outside, so Connie wins in my opinion on the inside. Connie wins. On the outside, the PMDG is real strong. There's some liveries that are better than others. I wasn't an enormous fan of the Delta. Something was too saturated for me with the Delta one, but there are others that definitely look a little bit more real and worn down. There were some oddities in the landing gear. So here, this has the landing gear, it has the rims, I'm just going to call them rims, it has the wheel visible. All of my liveries don't. They have a weird black cap, and I feel like I'm missing a texture, or maybe it's some cap that I'm supposed to remove that I don't know about, but it looks like it has a black cap on mine. And then when you look closely at the gear, and I only noticed this because I did a beautiful landing in Salt Lake City in the 777, and I did a great shot of just the gear touching down. When you compare the gear on the 777 to the gear to this, there's no comparison. The 777 is a work of art, where some of the components on this one are really not good looking textures. However, from the modeling side of things, dude, there's a large spring, like a coil spring in the gear. It is completely modeled in 3D. A three-dimensional spring, like, where's my damn thing? Like, you know, a freaking spring, man. Like, and it's modeled 100%. It's amazing. So there are gives and there takes. I don't know. It's a gorgeous plane from afar. It's a gorgeous plane from close up. But I do keep finding these little things that I'm like, you guys do this so great, but why did you not do it so great right here? $70, is it worth it? It flies like a dream. The first landing was incredible. Totally butter on the runway. The engineer makes things really easy. He can do your full startup sequence. He can do your full cruise setup, your full climb out setup, your full landing setup. It's very much like having FS2 crew running alongside you. You know, you call on it and it waits for you to do things. So you have some input as well. It'll say, you know, I'm waiting for you to do this, and you have to do something, and then, you know, it takes it from there. I actually dove into the manual learning this one, and apparently,
Noodle would be proud.
Noodle would be proud. So there's a beginner's one, but then there's an intermediate one. Oh, sorry, they call it advanced. And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to go for advanced because advanced walks you through the full startup process. So I'm reading it, and then the very first paragraph, it's like, we're not going to cover this stuff because this stuff is covered in the realism setup. So apparently, advanced isn't even advanced. There's another stage of learning the startup process that's like full realism. And my only thought to that, I haven't dove in yet, but my only thought to that is that, you know, you sit and wait for things to happen. So if something takes 5 minutes to align, you're going to sit there for the 5 minutes. That's my thought, is what the realism would be. It's a beautiful plane. It's absolutely worth the $70. I mean, it's PMDG. It's PMDG.
What livery is available for it? Is it a small amount at the moment?
It's
just
actually a
PMDG stuff, or is there any aftermarket stuff that people are already putting out?
I couldn't find any aftermarket stuff. Everything I found was on the Operations Center. I looked on the forums. I couldn't find a list of people having done any yet. It's got all the classics, the American Airlines. It's got the Pan American. It's got Delta. The vintage Delta is actually really, really pretty. A couple of other Northern Cargo, Air Canada stuff, just like, you know, or Canadian Air, whatever they call it. But there's a large selection. There's even a fictional Buffalo Airways one. So if you're a Buffalo Airways Ice Pilots fan, you're going to love it, because there's actually a fictional one. It was a very appropriate plane for them to fly up there, but they don't actually have one in the fleet. The only real question here is there an immersion package anywhere on the radar? Anywhere on the radar.
I have a lot of things to do. But it's not out of the realm of possibilities, because it's an interesting plane. It's a vintage one. We haven't touched the vintage one yet.
Yeah.
I'm working on some radial engine smoke effects. I hear they're very good built into this aircraft already.
Yeah, when I fired it up, if you see the cowl flaps kind of around the engine, it actually gave out like rings of smoke. Came out like poof, like a ring poof, came out of the cowls. Like, it was really, really nicely done.
I understand when starting this up, it shoots flames as well.
I didn't catch that. I stayed inside because I wanted the people to hear the sounds of him coming alive. I didn't catch it on the outside.
Yeah, when those magnetos fire, you get that, or you get little flames shoot out the back.
So another cool thing is the panels inside all individually shake as well. Like, each of these that you see here is held on by a screw here, a screw here, a screw there, and you see the rubber band that they kind of use probably to stabilize this. Like, All of those shake independently. It's really, really nice. It's really, really nice.
Yet they can't do VC rain effects.
Yeah.
But you're wrong. Edson.
Okay, I'm what?
You're wrong.
I'm wrong?
Buffalo Airways actually owns a DC-6.
They do?
They do, yes.
Why is it labeled as fictional? I didn't think that they
I
had a
don't know.
DC-6.
They
do.
Everything is fictional.
Maybe they couldn't get permission to do the real livery.
They own one. Maybe it's not flying. I don't know, but they
It's
do
not
own
painted.
one.
Oh,
It's not
gotcha.
The livery is not Buffalo on it though.
Gotcha.
Did it come with the Scandinavian Airlines system livery?
No, but Mr. Tarpoon was saying that they flew these in Norway as well. He's like, now
Oh, yes.
I must get it. And so maybe we could coordinate. You said who flew it? SAS?
SAS, Scandinavian Airlines system, yeah.
Oh, cool. I didn't get a chance to check out the night lighting, but the beacon light, even in the daytime, had a beautiful visible glow, and it was an actual beacon, like a real three-dimensional like beacon of light that was rotating. Dude, it was sexy.
Even Broughton Safe flew those.
Have you seen the Red Bull livery that comes for it?
No, I haven't yet.
There is a Red Bull, beautiful Red Bull that you would like.
That's awesome.
And it
So-
comes with it.
I believe that it also takes the... it has an autopilot, for those that are wondering. It also has a built-in GPS. I want to say that it takes like the Flight 1 stuff. I could be completely wrong in this. I could be mixed up with something else.
It does. It does.
does?
They posted something on Facebook today about this.
Okay, okay. So it does take the Flight 1 stuff as well when that decides to come out. But it's a beautiful plane, man. It really is. If you like the classics...
That'd be a weird...
I was up and running real fast. I was up and running real fast.
Yeah, but how... I mean, you know, you get a classic plane like that. Are you going to put a 750 in it?
Probably the 650, but it has a slot. So it has an actual mounting for a GPS. A lot of these classic planes, man, they put in an add-on GPS in real life too. I mean, you know, at that stage, it's a classic plane flying today, not a classic plane flying yesterday. But
yeah,
it actually has a spot
retrofitted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're retrofitted. Yeah.
The compass up front is on these two elastic bands, and it shakes like crazy when starting. And as the engines stabilize, it stops shaking, and it gets tighter and tighter and tighter, tighter until it just kind of isolates and stabilizes. Dude, that level of detail is beautiful. I love that. And I think, Kevin, you made a comment about the Milvis Beaver and like the straps that are floating in the back and how they're just kind of like this constantly going thing, and it doesn't kind of fall into the full effect. This is the opposite of that, where like you really sensed that it is sensing the motion of the aircraft and adjusting accordingly. I love that kind of detail. It sells a plane.
Insane.
So from me, this is a Sky 5 all the way. Sky 5.
Have you noticed that it's not compatible with P3D V2 and no one gives a damn?
Yeah.
Have you noticed that they removed compatibility with V2 in the 737 and the 777 and no one gives a damn?
No one cares.
Does that mean that in a year from now, no one will give a damn about V3 and everyone's going to be on V4?
Already no one should give a damn about V3. It's time for the clip of the week. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for clipping from the live show. If you don't know about the live show yet, it's twitch.tv/theskyloungetv. Head over there, hit the follow button if you haven't yet, and when we're live, you can hit a little clip button and contribute to the clip of the week. This week, we've got clipped by Mr. Giant Unicorn. We have P3 Ron and his ace landing. Here we go.
just bad. Bad.
That's the slope. See, you rolled off the slope. Eh?
Yeah, it surprised me, the slope, yeah.
So are you saying that you should have touched it down sooner or later, maybe?
I should have been much more...
Early.
I should have been earlier, yes. So you see, the slope doesn't work in my benefit here.
Yeah, it's actually
I should have
launching
planned
you.
for it. Yes, I should have planned for it and started.
You know what else you should have planned for? Hitting the ground. Good
That was
Lord.
hard as hell.
Dude, that's almost a tail strike. Almost.
I did.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's a meter or so. It's a meter.
I love the
That's
physics.
just
I really love
bad.
the physics in X-Plane. You see the airplane bounce, the wing is bouncing. It's,
Yeah,
it's
it
amazing.
is a beautiful thing.
It's beautiful. Really is.
This is actually the real slope at this airport, which I made, Tromsø,
At Tromsø.
by the charts, yes.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Giant Unicorn. I'm bringing Mr. P3 Ron up for the clip of the week. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the speed round. This is worth mentioning, which are things that have received an update or things that have been released that we've already discussed in detail. Here we go. Starting from the top, we've got Orbex LEBB Bilbao is now released. So fire up that FTX Central 3 and check that out. An update for Dravitsky Design New York City X. Rex Soft Clouds has been updated for V4. And now this is just Soft Clouds, not Soft Clouds plus Textures Direct. So it's only if you own the individual Soft Clouds product. The V-Sky Labs DC-3 C47 lab project has launched. I'm going to go ahead and click this link here as well and take us into that. It is coming in at, I want to say, $20. There we are, $20 for that.
I want this.
$20 club aircraft. We talked about it in good detail last episode. It looks like an absolute beauty to fly. So support
This is
a
an
new
X-plane, yeah.
X-plane. Yes, indeed. That is X-plane. So support a new dev and go check that out. The Captain Sim 737, I believe it's the 200, has been released and updated for V4. So run out and grab that.
Do you have it, Mr. Edson?
I do have the 200. I haven't installed it yet in V4.
Should I care about it?
Yes. They fixed some of the stupid things that it had. Like, for example, I had an oversensitive trim, and they fixed that.
Right. Okay. I'll give it a try.
I will install it, and we'll give it a shot, because you know I love that plane. I love that 732.
It's the only 200 that we have left anyway on V4.
Is Milviz not going to bring theirs over?
It might come over, but it's not going to have the FMC and all the...
that's features. Right. That's right. Yeah. So that's big news. The FMC and stuff does work. So, Active Sky 16 has been released for V4. This is officially out of beta, and I think that they call it Active Sky 4, right? AS4. What's the official name? AS4. AS4. They're reserving they're reserving the Active Sky 16 for V3. So.
Is this a paid or free update?
Free update. It's the official out of beta update. A new batch of Alabeo aircraft have been updated to V4. Head over to the show notes down below to get the full list. We've got the 404 Titan, the Cardinal, the R66 turbine, and more. And VTech's SP1 Open Beta 3 has a new hotfix released. Head over to their forums and grab that. And last but not least, some new perks this week for patrons of the Sky Lounge. Supporting patrons of the lounge. Thank you. It's with your help that we're able to do everything that we do. First up would be the Sky Lounge TV Realism PTA profile. I'm really excited about this. It's been a lot of work to finally tune this bad boy for release to you guys. It's a very personal way for me to say thanks. You guys know that I'm the visual kind of guy. This is my token of appreciation and thank you to all of you that support the channel. It's been very, very popular and the feedback overall is really, really good. It's finally tuned for both day and night. And yeah, check it out. It's made to look real. So it's going to look like a raw photograph out of a camera. It's not going to be heavy on the contrast or heavy on the saturation. It's going to be very, very real. So check it out. Patrons, head over to the website and hit the patron tab. Also, we have a pair of liveries that have been released. The DC-6 Twin Otter now has both the passenger and the cargo variant available. So head over to the website and scoop that up as well. It looks absolutely gorgeous. This work of art started by Mr. Spark Smudge and receiving some final touches by Mr. Canuckshaw. An awesome team effort. Thank you, Sparky, on a very, very hard plane to repaint. This Twin Otter
that tail killed
is
me.
A pain in the ass. It's
It took
for
me
that reason that it took this long.
It took nearly 4 hours to do the tail alone.
Yeah, just aligning the wings and whatnot. I mean, this thing is a pain in the butt. So I know how much work it took to get into this, and we appreciate it very much. It came out looking gorgeous. And the high-vis props, a good idea from Mr. Canuckshaw. I love that. So thank you guys. If you're not a patron, please check out the link below and consider becoming one. We are community supported, a very wide open community. Flight simmers, X-Plane, P3D, whatever floats your boat.
You forgot Flight Sim World. Never forget Flight Sim World. I highlighted. I done a show on it last Tuesday.
Yeah.
During Mr. B's slot. And I highlighted the new updates and stuff, and it's looking very promising. I have to say, it's looking very promising.
So they added. I'm so sorry that I forgot to report on that, and I'm glad you brought that up. They added passengers.
Yes.
Dynamically, not dynamically generated. You tell it when to generate and what to generate. But the passengers go into the 3D model of the plane. Yeah. So like, what if you say, give me 2 girls or 1 girl, 1 guy, whatever, like it puts that model in the plane in 3D inside.
And this is the fun thing, Mr. Edson. This is the fun thing. You're gonna love this.
Shoot.
If you remove that passenger, it kicks them out of the plane.
It does? It does?
Yes.
That's awesome. I love it. Like it was an amazing demo that the guys at Flight Sim World at Dovetail Games put out. I was watching that on my mobile and just shaking my head, and I was like, they're on to me, and I know people are gonna have different opinions. To me, they're on the right path. I had this discussion with Super Thrive, and he was like, they're never gonna get anywhere, if they don't tackle the big things. And my thought was this: why tackle the big things? In my opinion, you tackle the things no one else has tackled first. Then you're on the map, and then you tackle the big things. They did rain on the windshields. That looks really good. They did passengers in your damn plane. That affects the flight model in full. That looks damn good.
Do you know what they need to make this a viable sim?
Shoot.
Dynamic weather. Dynamic weather, if they get that in, whether they use third party, use somebody like Active Sky, or they do it in-house themselves, but they've got to have live weather. Yeah. And that, for me, will make this sim.
Yeah, the lighting.
They've got some. They've got a feature release stream coming on July the 26th, 1800 British summertime, which is supposed to be something really major.
Nice. So they have the cold and dark, and they have the passengers now, which were the 2 ones announced this week.
So and then there's something else coming on the 26th.
Yeah, I guess it's going to be a cloud or the weather.
It's going to be the True Sky stuff. Yeah.
I guess. We're really seeing a convergence between a training sim and an entertainment sim. If you look at X-Plane, if you look at P3D, they're all training and flight techno nerd stuff. If you look at Flight Sim World, it's you enjoy flying in it, and I really do see Edson going into that sim at some point if all the add-ons and everything lines up properly. It's definitely a sim for streaming and for entertainment, much more than.
Well, the Rescue Design has released their New York city skyline, and it is Flight Sim World compatible now.
So is the UK 2000 stuff. As you're installing UK 2000 now, Flight Sim World's one of the sims that you can tick a box for.
I saw that. Yeah. It gives you the option of doing Flight Sim World install. Yeah.
So our wishes have been granted. Our wishes have been granted. The Dovetail guys are really open about developers, and I really think there's going to be a public SDK available. I think
so. So in their stream with the passengers, they mentioned that in the Steam workshop, people have already made missions with their passengers stuff, where if you fly the plane crazy, the passengers get mad and upset and yell and stuff. So like, that's crazy. Like, that's just crazy, right? Like, they're starting to, like you said, kind of combine this experience into, like, you can make these missions now. And yeah, they're doing good stuff, man. I'm not, you can't hate. You can't. They're doing something right.
No.
They're on the right path.
I mean, personally, if you're sitting on the fence and you're not sure about it, wait for the Steam sale. Well, it's cheap now. It's about 20 quid. You can pick it up for 20 quid. But wait for a Steam sale. You'll probably get it cheaper. And sit on it. If you're not sure about it, just sit on it. Wait for the new updates to come out, because this is going to be a viable sim in the future. I can assure that now.
I still refer, like, to me, it's my go-to referral sim. So with the new Twitch recommendation engine and how they recommend our channel to people that say they like simulators or say they like simulation, a lot of new people come into our shows now that have no idea what they're walking into. They walk in and it's just like, where am I? And there's good music and, like, there's an airplane, like, tell me more about this. And we get a lot of people that are like, this is cool, I want to do it. How do I do it? I'm not in the business of selling them, this full package that you see on the screen. I'm in the business of, saving them money. It's like, look, dude, check it out. Go scoop up Flight Sim World. If you like it, you like it. If you like flight, you like it. If you hate flight, you hate it, and you're out $25 or whatever. Like a nice, easy introduction of a recommendation that's gonna give them a well-rounded experience. Because when you're flying, I mean, you're sitting at your computer, dude. Like, that's what you're sitting right here. Just it's pretty stable, And it's not for everyone. It's not for everyone. Right now, for me, Flight Sim World is the perfect product to recommend to all of those folks. There's nothing that compares to it for that use, for that purpose, at that price point.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to wrap up episode 29. Once again, a huge thanks to everyone for watching and for the likes and the subscribes. The likes, thank you very much. We appreciate it very much as we shift into preparation for episode 30 next week. It's a big milestone for us. It really is. That's nothing to that's no small feat there. 29 episodes. That's 29 straight weeks of going at it, man. Yeah. So we've got a good team and it's growing.
If we did that every day, we would be at a month right now. That's insane, is it?
That's insane. It's insane.
We're more than halfway through the year already.
Yeah.
52 weeks.
That's crazy, man. It's crazy. It really is. But, and also, folks watching, thank you for the stories. Keep submitting the stories. Head over to the website, theskylounge.tv, and hit the submit story button. We cannot do this without you reporting from the field. So thank you guys very much. We'll catch you all next week. Until then, Sky 5.
Comment, like, and subscribe.
63, climb, maintain 13 down.
13,000, 6 3.
63, contact the New York Center, 128.3.